Welcome to SLO CAL. Nestled in the central coast of California, San Luis Obispo County is more than just a stop on your Pacific Coast Highway road trip. Let us show you what the SLO life is like. In part 2 of our trip, we're focusing on the food, wine, people, and unique experiences you'll find here.
Most of our businesses are still owned by residents of SLO CAL, so each is unique. You can come and you can know the person that owns the restaurant on the pier. You can go to the wineries and have the person that makes the wine actually doing the pouring, right? There's something that's very tangible about this place that other places that people vacation you might not get.
To show Trevor's point, let's take you to Paso Robles, which is SLO CAL's wine region. There are 200 wineries here, and the man who co-founded the first one back in 1973 will welcome and chat to guests, like us.
Why do you like to do that and keep that personal touch?
Because I love what I'm doing. It's not something I do because I have to. I mean, I don't have to show up here at all. I like meeting people. I'm a people person, and I like it. I'm having fun.
There's a tasting room with views of the vineyards, but underneath them lies a secret. Gary created a series of caves to age and store his wine, just like the French. All guests are encouraged to take a tour of the tunnels.
Life is good, yeah.
Really neat and unique and so cool, literally cool. It's really cool down there. But my favorite bit about this winery is that the tastings are free because they believe you're gonna love their wine so much after the tasting, you'll go home with a bottle. And I think that is a great way to sell me their wine.
Life is good, yeah.
Nina is another family-run winery. The view as you walk in is breathtaking. It's a picture-perfect vineyard, and believe me, it looks just as stunning in person. The food here is just as Instagram-worthy. It's a great place to have your first taste of a Californian winery.
Life is good, yeah. Life is good, yeah.
With so many options in the region, the ancient Peaks Winery has found a unique way for people to view its vineyards. By zip line.
And this is the fastest one!
It was an awesome experience for the whole family. You are so brave. High five.
So cool, dude. This is part of the adventure, just crossing the bridge.
Guys, how was it?
Amazing! So cool!
After all this excitement, it was time to wind down and have some food. Here are some unique recommendations in SLO CAL. This is the Madonna Inn, where we've been telling people to come here on their road trips for years. There's loads of really quirky rooms that you can stay in, but if you aren't staying over here, you can always come for breakfast or dinner, where you have an experience that you'll never forget. That's because this has one of the most unique interiors in the world. The Madonna Inn is one of the most famous places to stay in SLO. But you don't have to stay here to experience its unique charm. We came for a yummy breakfast.
It's like they know the exact face I make when I get my coffee in the morning.
But you could always come for dinner or a drink, or just to experience their amazing cakes. The bakery here produces kitsch and eye-popping creations. If you just want to have a nose around, go downstairs to the shop. Even the toilets are worth visiting. Avila Valley Barn is a petting zoo and farm shop. It's a fun, free attraction for the whole family. The locally picked fruit and vegetables just look amazing. We've heard that it's also home to some of the best barbecue in the area. Unfortunately, the smokehouse was closed by the time we arrived here. A great family-friendly restaurant that is open in the evenings is in Arroyo Grande. Make sure you check out the parking lot before you go in.
We've just arrived in Arroyo Grande, and apparently this is called Rooster Creek for one reason. There are chickens everywhere, just running around wild, just hanging out. Kids are collecting them and petting them, and they're blocking traffic. They're just hanging around. Welcome to SLO CAL.
Klondike's is a local favourite. You can't get much more Central Coast than this. And yes, the pizzas really are as good as they look. The kids also loved the arcade at the side. With the ocean, beach towns and wineries, it's easy to forget about the agricultural side to SLO CAL and its western roots.
Alright.
So we saddled up for a horse riding trek with Central Coast trail rides and Cowboy Brian. He's the coolest and most chilled cowboy I've ever met.
Good job. Okay, there you go.
This should be interesting. David's not crazy about animals.
I'm actually on a horse in California, but let's go more on the on a horse part.
Dude, do you like horse riding?
And we timed it just right to hit the top of the ridge at sunset. What an experience.
Hey babe, where are you going?
My horse wanted to run away with me, I think.
Come on this way. There you go. Come on, Randy. Come on.
What do you think?
That was brilliant. There was a point where I got off to film some bits and I just wanted to be back on the horse again. I was so jealous of watching you guys go off for a bit. And it's weird because for the first 2-3 minutes I was thinking, what am I doing here? What have I got myself into? And by the end of it, I loved every second of it. Really good fun. And I never thought this guy would ever be riding a horse through a ranch in California at sunset. Brilliant.
Soon though, it was time to leave our horses and SLO CAL behind.
My absolute favorite thing was surfing. That was a absolute dream come true, being a Californian. It was the first time I actually felt like a surfer and a stereotypical Californian, and I was up on the board, rocking it, fingers out. I loved it.
My favorite thing probably was the surfing, the horse riding, and the zip lining.
That's a lot of favorite things.
Yeah, everything was my favorite.
Jude, what was your favorite thing?
The light show and the lights were pretty and beautiful. Also the zip line.
I think my favorite thing was the zip lines, because I think I'm very adventurous and I like to go on those kind of scary stuff.
SLO CAL kind of has got the essence of California, and it's one of those places that a lot of people just do one night in and then follow down the Pacific Coast Highway and they never come back. But we've actually found out you can have a whole huge week-long vacation here and have an amazing time and still have more to see and do out here. I really enjoyed the experiences we got to do. I never thought I'd get to sail around Morro Bay in an e-boat. That was really cool. Zip lining over vineyards was an amazing experience. But the one thing that I was thinking I wouldn't enjoy the most, I actually got the most out of, which was the horse riding at sunset. I never thought I'd ever be a person who would ride a horse on a trail around a cattle ranch, and I did it and I loved it, and it was a proper California experience. So that was really fun.
I feel like if I had to sum up SLO CAL, I would say it's California. It's got all the best bits of Southern California and Northern California all rolled into one. It's got the ruggedness and the cool vibes of Northern California, but it's got the beaches of Southern California, and it's also got like the Western flair, wine country, where you can feel like, yeah, you can go to all these amazing wineries and, you know, ride horses in the wine country and all these amazing things. So it's kind of, it sums up all of California.
And this is why SLO CAL is where Californians come to vacation as well, because it's so different to everything else they experience in the state as well. My other top tip is make sure that you bring a jacket and some jeans, because some mornings and some evenings it's quite cold. And I know when you're packing for California, you're going to think hot weather, hot weather, hot weather. And it is glorious hot weather a lot of the time, but just be prepared. You don't want to be cold and uncomfortable as well.
The great thing about SLO CAL is you can go from one climate to the next, just one beach over. Morro Bay is really windy and kind of cold, and then Pismo Beach here is super hot, and out in the desert in Paso Robles it's even hotter, so you can get every climate you want here.
So if you enjoyed this video, remember we've been doing the whole of California this year. Watch those videos, pick a video basically, and follow us for the next trip. Bye!
Bye! Bye!